Welcome back to Dover Downs. There is the lead battle. Rusty Wallace and Jeff Gordon are trying to settle this one among themselves. It's a long way back to the third place car of Jimmy Spencer. 5 seconds is the gap. And Dale Earnhardt appears to be dropping back. You see him just in front of Jeff Bodine. Earnhardt has dropped back to 5th. Ricky Rudd went past him a lap ago. Won here in 1989. And up front, they split Jimmy Means, and Wallace hangs on to the lead. For these two guys, this has got to be fun racing.
Oh, yeah, they're having a ball right now. Both cars are working well. Two very competitive race car drivers. There's not money that'll pay for that.
No Pontiac has ever won this race. A lot of questions on our 800 number about Rusty Wallace and the comments about Pontiac. The car manufacturers support the teams in various ways. They provide sheet metal, they may provide loaner vehicles for the teams to use, and give other support. So each car owner makes a decision what type of car to run. Chevrolet going for Pontiac here. Put Gordon out front. Flash Gordon goes back up front.
Yeah, but just before that happened, I could see the hand signals inside Rusty's car. He just motioned him by. I don't know what the deal was. Before the pass, all of a sudden
There's the tomahawk.
Yeah, back up again.
Past Kenny Wallace in the Pontiac. But to finish that story, it appears to be just a question of negotiation between the manufacturer Pontiac and the managing partner of that team, who is Roger Penske, whether or not they'll run Pontiac next season or whether they will switch to Ford. Let's go to Randy.
Well, guys, Rusty Wallace and their crew has been talking to Jeff Gordon's crew. Rusty came on the radio and said, how many laps do I have to lead until I have that extra 5 points locked up for leading the most laps? And quite frankly, I think they miscommunicated, and Rusty got bad information or the wrong information, and he pulled over and let Jeff by. But he needs about another 30 laps to lock it up, so we might see him try to take Jeff on again here.
Here are the numbers. Rusty Wallace has led 195 laps today. Jeff Gordon has led 51. So Gordon could end up with a 5 extra bonus points. Remember, Wallace is locked in that battle with Earnhardt and Mark Martin for the Winston Cup Championship, and those 5 points could mean a lot.
Watch right here. Watch Rusty inside the car. The hand signals. He just waved him. See him waving his hand, motioning him over to the inside. Rusty just motioned him over, took to the outside, and gave him that inside lane. So it must have been some miscommunications on how many laps he needed to lead, because he definitely pulled over and motioned him in. Also, you notice that pass while ago, the one car was smoking Rick Mast when they went around him.
If Wallace fails to lead again and Gordon leads another 150 laps, he would get the 5 bonus points. In the NASCAR point system, every driver who leads the race at least 1 lap gets 5 bonus points. The one driver who leads the most laps in the race gets 5 more bonus points.
It's like somebody said, what's 5 points? Well, 5 points is the difference of winning or losing the championship. We've seen that happen lately.
Tell you what it is. A few years ago, Dave Marcus, everybody would pit on the lead lap. Everybody would come in the pits. He would stay out under caution just so he'd lead a lap, just so he'd get those 5 points. At the end of the season, it would make 40, 50 points difference, and it might make $10,000 or $20,000 difference come the banquet when you get your point money.
Yeah, someone like Marcus, where he needs that financial support, is really worth doing. And for these guys going for the championship, they have to do it. Well, once Gordon got around, he really stretched it out.
The longer that car runs, the better it runs, much like Todd Bodine's yesterday in the Busch Series 200 lap race. He's been right at the front most all day, as you can see. 227 laps to go here at Dover Downs. And Jeff Gordon out in front by 1.2 seconds. Here's a look at your top 10 as we go to break. We'll be back to Dover Downs after this. Mark Martin running down on the apron and on to pit road as he tries to preserve third in the Winston Cup point standings. That's for Mark Martin's roof cam. Still ticking. That suspension cam. Wow. A few new parts bolted on there. And this is meltdown cam inside the car.
It's amazing it's still running, but it looks like it melted the lens.
Garage.
back to the garage. I'll tell you what, they might be looking at the number of laps they needed to run, what they can pick up here. They've got to go 100 and something laps to pick up on the next guy now.
Good point, Neil. He ran enough laps to get past Rick Wilson, who's out of the race. That moves him up to 33rd. But to gain one more position, he would have to run another 81 laps. Jeff Bodine on pit road, so is Greg Sachs. The Family Channel Ford for Bodine.
40 car, Kenny Wallace in.
Pit position number 1 accorded the Winston Cup Championship team, which this still is for the rest of the season. Even though Jeff Bodine has purchased it and is now driving the car, it is still the Winston Cup Championship team for 1993. And still the AK on the nose of the car. It's still being operated as Alan Kulwicki Racing through December of this year. We had a couple of questions about that on our 800 number. Jimmy Spencer, Ricky Rudd, third place at stake here.
Well, they've been going at it too. I mean, they have been racing hard.
You know, we just had a call, the 24 car. They called him and told him to ease off. They told him the 2 car had already backed the pace now for him to slow down. So they're trying to get Jeff Gordon to slow down just a little bit. He's turning out a little bit quicker laps than they want him to run.
I just had a report that Jeff Bodine come in. He had a flat right front. So he was lucky he didn't get up into the wall.
Now, something on the back of Jimmy Fennick's shirt about 40, which is the age he turns this weekend. He's the crew chief for Jimmy Spencer.
One thing I can tell is just be glad you keep turning him.
Yes, right. Right. Most people say, I don't want to celebrate any more birthdays. You tell them, well, now think about that a minute.
Yeah. 26 car going out down pit road. They've got it back for running again.
There's a look at Spencer. Bobby Allison, Meineke Mufflers Ford. They had a car in the parade lap that was a giant muffler. Ugliest thing since the Wienermobile.
Here comes Rusty Wallace down pit road.
No,
he missed pit road.
Tried to turn down pit road, but missed it.
Oh, and he's going back. I think he's getting back up to speed. It might just miss the opening.
Does he have a flat? They say one tire is down.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't look flat because of the Goodyear safety inner liner.
Yeah, but did you see the black strip that was put down as it went through the corner?
Might have been going too fast to make the turn to pit road.
Well, if it's the right front is down, it's hard to turn that thing, especially on the inner tire.
Gonna make another shot at it right here to get out pit road.
Randy Pemberton is waiting for Rusty Wallace.
No question about it, guys. He cut down the right front. What do you say? They're going to go ahead and just change the right side tires. Boy, the crew is just beside themselves. I mean, a great race car, but I mean, that's the price you pay. They know that there's a possible problem with these, and they go out and lead like that. It's very difficult for a race car driver, the caliber of Rusty Wallace and Jeff Gordon, to back off the pace. He cut one down. He's fortunate he's not in the wall. A great 2-tire stop.
Last week at Richmond, he came from a lap down on a penalty.
How about
to win?
How about 10.9 for 2 tires?
How about that?
Guys get the job done, I tell you. They've already got the 4-tire stops down to 16 like it used to be for a 2-tire.
Right.
Now they're bumping the 2 tires down to 10 seconds.
If I was Jeff Gordon, I'd be awfully careful right now.
Well, I probably Jeff Gordon was just keying that radio. He's talking those pits, and I'm sure they're telling. They've already asked him to back the pace down.
The one thing he's had in his favor all day, though, they've been putting bite in the car, but it's been a little bit loose, and you won't bust that right front down as long as you stay on the loose side.
Got to be
Last rookie winner for a Winston Cup race is right here at Dover, 1987, Davey Allison. Jeff Gordon leads this with 288 laps down. Ricky Rudd has moved up to second. Kenny Schrader is third. 3 Hendrick cars in the first 3 positions.
Oh, I'm telling you, mighty good teams.
Jeff Bodine driving for the team that he has purchased and will operate. We asked him about the timing at this point in the season of his move to the new race team.
We all just thought it would be better for Ford to make the change, get their drivers in their cars they're going to run next year, plus maybe hopefully help them win the manufacturer championship this year.